what's going on.
Funny.
We got out the camera too, and there's too many cameras and Cody doesn't know what to do.
You're funny, Bailey.
You want this though? You can't put him, we can all want to bed together.
Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning. I don't know, the weeks just fly by. I think it's August tomorrow. Like, that's scary. That means I've actually been vegan now for 6 months. Because I started at the end of January. Wow. It does seem crazy. Finally seems to have stuck. It is a nice looking day out there, but it's a bit breezy today. But the sun is shining. You can see it's quite windy. I'm actually going to try my plan of walking the dogs this afternoon rather than trying to do it this morning. As you've probably seen, the time, yeah, it's 10:30 already. But I think I showed you the bedroom, so I showered and made my bed, tidied upstairs. I've now had some breakfast and I'm kind of ready to get on with things. Though I have already done the dishwasher and tidied up the kitchen a bit. Fairly well, ready to start some food prep. And I do have a lot of food prep to do today. So that's good, because I'll get it done before lunchtime, hopefully, or before, yeah, this morning anyway. So my kind of plan is to, yeah, do a bit of food prep and then sort of rest up around lunchtime and then maybe try and do something else for a little bit, some decluttering perhaps. We'll see where we get to today. Also, I've got ironing to do, so I might prioritise the ironing today. We'll do another bit of work after lunch before going to get Christy, and then after I pick up Christy, come home and take the doggies out for their W, and then hopefully get upstairs to the exercise room and do a bit of exercise. And that way, if I feel like I need a shower or whatever, or in the summer I could have a swim, and I think I could work quite well at the end of the day. If I can get all sweaty, it's not going to matter. I can freshen up, you know, in winter I can just put my jammies on, and then all I have to still do is make dinner. So I'm going to try it. It's obviously going to depend how I feel this afternoon, but I often feel quite good in the afternoon, so fingers crossed that'll work, because the mornings I'm just so slow. Like, the earliest I would have got out for a walk would have been probably 9 o'clock this morning, and then by the time I do my walk, I did the exercise, and then I have to recover, it would probably, like, this time I wouldn't have had breakfast yet, you know, it would be sort of, it would probably be another hour or so before I got going with anything. So, you know, we'll try this and see if it works. If it doesn't work, try something else. It may not work in the summer when it's so hot, but we'll see. I've never been an afternoon exerciser. I've always done exercise in the morning, always. So we'll see how it goes. I think once I went for a walk one afternoon with the dogs. I must have been like super energetic at the time. I actually did a really big walk one afternoon, so we'll just see. But obviously I need to change something because it's very hard to fit into my mornings. So we'll try it in the afternoon. They're all sleeping away at the moment. Code did a bit of training with Athena this morning, so he's having their nap at the moment. I've got to take the recycling out to the bin outside, put some washing in the dryer, and then I'll come back here to get on with stuff. I'm feeling reasonable, got a slight headache, slight body aches, but not too bad. A bit worse than I would like to feel, but okay, we'll manage today. pretty good food prep session. I got the almond milk done, overnight oats, all the fruit cut up, the berries all washed, cauliflower redistributed, so one's is going to be cooked tonight and all the newer one is in that container, all chopped up the top there. Carrots chopped up. The rest is left over from last week. I'll put the spinach into a smaller container. Excuse the beeping fridge. So I've got all our fruits are here. There's Christy's watermelon, our melon, Kevin's one for work tomorrow. The oats are back there. Berries, and you can kind of see everything. And that's the thing, there's leftover food for her lunches for the next few days. Food prep for dinners for Coda and for my pups. That was all done yesterday. As you saw, Anthony did a big batch cooking. So that's sort of where we are. The only other thing I'd kind of like to get done today is maybe make some soup. But we're saying I have a little rest now and then I'll see afterwards. But the fridge isn't even full, which is weird. One thing we also did yesterday, I don't think I showed you, was we made this drawer all Athena stuff. Because Athena has a lot of food prep stuff. Some for Coda, like there's the frozen treats for Coda. And a lot of meals for herself, for her lunches, or if we've got a dinner she doesn't like to have. So that's all Thee's stuff now, which I think will work good. And I've got to go through and organise our stuff again because it's just a big mess. Yeah, and the other freezer's a bit of a mess. And I've also got a, apparently that little freezer that we used on a holiday that we took away in the car, Kevin said I need to get that, I should get that empty because it costs a lot of money to run. He only told me yesterday. So now I need to see what's in there, sort stuff, maybe get rid of some stuff because that's obviously costing us money to store. That's stuff that we definitely want. And I'm storing like frozen bananas that have been there for months and months and months, since probably the other side of the beginning of summer last year. We just don't seem to, I don't know, I guess they're not a favourite food, so we don't really use them. So I need to either prioritise using them up or throw them out. I mean, it's just bananas, but they're taking up space and I'm storing, and there's ice blocks and stuff. I need to go through and see what I can get rid of or reorganise, perhaps repackage, maybe put things into smaller packages. I do that like for boxes of stuff, so that's another job to try and do today or tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna have a cup of tea now, put my feet up a bit because they are sore, and then I'll have a think about whether I'm gonna make some soup. Again, I can put that off for a few days. I don't even know if I've got, depending on what soup I pick up. As you can see, oh, I didn't show you the vegetable drawer, but the vegetables are getting down low, which is great because everything's prepped, see? So, I made cauliflower soup last week and it hardly got eaten, and most of it went to the dogs. I mean, it's eaten, but not by humans. So that was a bit frustrating because I thought Christy had a few bowls and then got sick of it, didn't want any more. And Thea said she wanted it, but then didn't want it. But if I'd frozen it, it would have been in the freezer. But anyway, it's just one of the things you can't win with. But I was kind of thinking maybe I should make up a nice hearty soup, or maybe that chowder or something, and have that for lunch for, maybe I'll make that tomorrow and I'll have that for lunch for a few days. Because I'm definitely having some of my potatoes today because I haven't had them for a few days. And I really want them today, so that's what I'm having today. That break ended up being a bit longer than expected. First of all, Kevin came home to pick up my car, and he's taken to get a quote from where well, I don't know if I ever vlogged. We had, the car was damaged when we were visiting Tara in hospital one time. We came out and the side had all been scratched, and we decided not to get it fixed because I thought I'll probably just turn around and scratch it myself or do something silly, which I did, but to the other side of the car. So both sides are now scratched. I just ended up swiping the back of the car, going to the doctor's surgery. I don't know why, what happened. I've been in that car park so many times. I think I was following a car in and maybe they were closer and I ended up scratching it. Anyway, so both sides of the car are damaged, so Kevin said it's a bit too embarrassing to drive that now because it looks so bashed up. So we're getting a quote, well, he's gotten a quote now to get it repaired. I'll lose my car for a whole week at the end of August. So why can't I wait a few more weeks for Christo to drive? But Kevin's still got his motorbike. He hasn't sold it yet. It is for sale, but he hasn't sold it, so if it's not sold, he'll have that to drive and I'll take his car for the week. So otherwise we'll just have to work out getting Christy to and from school. I don't really go many places, so it's not so critical. And there is always Christy's car next door. I just don't like it. It's not a very comfortable car to drive, I don't find. It's very low to the ground and I struggle sort of getting in and out of it. But anyway, it's probably good for short people like Christy. It was Mum's old car, so, but yes, so yeah, then while he was gone with the car, my mum came over to visit. She mainly wanted to see Rosie. But yeah, she obviously missed the doggies, and because now we've got Coda, they don't go over to visit so much. And I'm home more too, so I don't really go over there that much now. And yeah, and just catch up. She'd had an appointment this morning, so it was nice to catch up with her anyway, because I hadn't seen her since Friday, the day they got back. Yeah, I hadn't seen her over the weekend. And it's also my dad's birthday in a few weeks, and just wanted to see if we wanted to join them for lunch, which of course we will. And then when she was just getting ready to leave, and Kevin turned back up with the car. So everyone's gone a game now, and I'm going to go and do some ironing, and then I'll just get started with maybe 15 minutes, and I'm going to come in and do my potatoes on for lunch, and then while they're finishing, I'll do a little bit more ironing, and I'm feeling very accomplished. I was going to vacuum in the lounge room, actually come through to get the vacuum, and I thought, I'm going to be cleaning downstairs tomorrow, so I don't think I'll bother vacuuming. I might still run through in case for some reason I don't, because yeah, I will do that. I will run through. It does need a vacuum. Probably should have done it yesterday, but I didn't, so I'll do that now. And then I'll go do some ironing for a bit, and then aim to have lunch probably about 2 o'clock-ish, and then I can have a rest again, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, after I pick up Christy, we will go for a W. No reason why we shouldn't. I've done sort of the jobs I wanted to get done today. Well, they're underway anyway, and yeah, so I'm doing quite well today, I think. I've just got one of Christy's little summer shirts still to iron there, and I think they're from last time even. Tea towels, because I don't use these tea towels, so they're still sitting there. So like what I'm doing with them, and my flamingo top that's shrunk, it's got short. So that's all the stuff I ironed, and a few things for Athena, and a bag. I need to put those things somewhere. There's stuff to donate or put out in the garage, and I've got some towels to sort out, but I'll do that when I bring the washing in later on, because I think it's going home too late to get that this afternoon, so I'll be getting that. And as you saw, my white top had a stain, so I've sprayed that with stuff, and it's over there waiting to get washed again. And I've gone and chopped up potatoes, so they're cooking. What are you two doing? Well, you see, we're not going anywhere yet. I know it's getting on, it's 2 o'clock, but not yet. Got to fold this bag back on itself and put these two in my handbag. Tired now, my feet are quite sore, but I'm going to rest up now. I'm not going to really do anything much between now and probably 4 o'clock or 3:30ish when I get home from picking up Christy. I think if I can head straight out, I think that'll be the best thing, if I can go like at 3:30 or just after 3:30 when we get home. And I want to try and do a big walk too, and I don't have to do much else besides like organise dinner. I've just realised it's only going to be Kevin and myself for dinner tonight. Maybe Athena, she wasn't sure whether she'd be home, and Chrissy's got a driving lesson booked between 5 and 7 because she's got to get her night hours up. She hasn't got enough night hours, so she's been having most of her lessons at night. Well, yeah, but we've got all the prepaid ones that we're trying to use up now. And Kevin actually bought a whole set of driving lessons for Tara as well, and Tara never bothered to book any, so we ran back up and changed them to Christy's name so Christy can use them, so at least they actually get used up. So she's got a lot of, I think she had like 20 lessons. No, she might have had like 30 hours or something to use up. She had a lot anyway. So she's having like, you know, 4 or 5 hours of lessons. Well, probably, I think she had to use at least 3 hours a week. Maybe I'm confused now, but she had, I think at least 3 hours a week she had to book and have it every week before she goes for a test, and hopefully she'll get it when she's eligible for it. If not, she can just retake it, that's fine. So yeah, so she's got a lot of driving lessons to have, which is good, I guess, fixing them all in at the end. Should give us a bit more confidence and a bit more ability when it comes to driving. But yeah, I'm going to grab some water, I'm going to go sit down and rest up. Well, I need to ring up the school and pay the school fee. I was supposed to do it last week to get a discount and I forgot. I had it in my diary too, but I think, I don't know, I just got busy and I forgot. So I'm going to do that now. Here's today's lunch, just a quick and easy one. Just potatoes, oil and some tomato sauce or ketchup. Well, I'm afraid to say walk didn't happen. I've got a bit of a headache. It's not a huge bad headache, but it's just niggly and I'm rather tired and a little bit sore. So I decided it probably wasn't a great idea to do that, because I still had to bring in the washing and pick up the dog food. I've now done that. And obviously still got to assemble dinner, but I'm just, yeah, I did a lot this morning. I don't know what the answer is. I really wanted to get the walk in. Christy has taken Coda for a walk, but can't make the 3 at once, so the other 2 have missed out. I will try again tomorrow. I'll try a few days, do it in the afternoon, and if it doesn't work out, then I'll have to, I don't know, put it back to the morning, but then other stuff misses out. So frustrating, I just can't do everything, or maybe, I don't know what the answer is. Like even my Saturday and Sunday, I did quite a bit, as you guys will have seen from the video. I did actually do stuff over the weekend, like I didn't just have the weekend off. I was doing housework or homemaking, what do you want to call it, over the weekend. So it's just, I can't fit in what I used to fit into a day. It's sad. I used to do so much. Anyway, I'm gonna have a cup of tea. I've got just a little bit of towels to fold up. I'll quickly do that while my kettle's boiling. I don't think I'll put it on yet. Or tea's brewing, one or the other. And then I'm gonna either reply to comments or edit a video, or both, because I'm back again. I kept wanting to do it the weekend. I was meaning to reply to comments on the weekend, but I just didn't get there. It ended up being a bit crazy, so. My main computer time's in the morning, but I'm often not really with it to do it then. And geez, I'm glad I did not go on a walk because my head's just gotten really worse. So, oh man, probably the right decision. All right, yeah, anyway, I'll go reply to comments now. I try and do it at least once a week, but it's probably once in, I don't know if I'm doing it 1.5 weeks or once every 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks yet. I think I'm getting better, but it's not weekly yet. Daily would be more ideal, I guess, but I don't know. I don't always feel capable of doing comments, but I'm gonna go do them now. Well, Kevin and Athena are both home. One's doing doggy dinners, Steve's doing, I don't know what, dog dinners. And I've got dinner sort of cooking. So we're having these tofurkey sausages that I bought ages ago. And just cooking up 2 corn burgers for Athena as well. Sweet potato fries are done, and I've just got cauliflower in the microwave.